Hello, my name is Fallen and this is Automation. I know it's been a while since my last build. Well, I've been looking for an inspiration to do something differently, because I felt quite burnt out by this quite realistic builds that I did lately. And it occurred to me that I should do a randomized build. So basically today we will be employing random number generator to build a car. I've got the general idea on how to do it. We'll be randomizing most of the parts that is possible to do with it. And to begin with, we've got to randomize our body and model year, basically. So, to pick our body, we are going to randomize a number from 1930 to 2011. And we've got 1992. Nice. To keep ourselves true to our game, let's roll the exact body, and it is number 3, so we are going with this one. Basically, we rolled a Corvette Cabrio body, and now we've got to pick our materials, so yeah, I am going to roll them too. Okay, and the last thing to roll is going to be quality. I am going to roll that too. Yes, that is correct. So we are going from minus 15 to plus 15. And we've got 1. Nothing fancy. But as you can see, some of my rolls were quite nice. Panel material is carbon fiber. That is going to be quite light vehicle. But another one is, well, terrible to say the least. It is leather, so completely not fitting the body we have rolled before. Chassis material doesn't really matter, but our engine placement is also terrifyingly bad. We went with front transverse. Suspension is not that bad at all. We've got double wishbone on the front and semi-trailing arm on the rear, so we will be very likely only limited to front-wheel drive later on. So now we are off to the fun part, where we are going to decide how much power will our car output. So yeah, to begin with, let's roll what type of an engine we will have. That will be inline, and now we've got to decide on how many pistons we'll have in it. The roll is fairly simple here too. We've got 3, so the engine is going to be very likely very small. What have I done? This is where the disaster begins. Let's roll the block material. I have been clicking around in the menu, don't mind that, and we rolled 4. That is aluminium billet, not that bad. Now I should decide how do I want to roll the family capacity, cause we certainly don't want to go with engine like this. But it might be fun to start with 295cc and roll it to 4072. Let's do just that. Or no, let's roll the bore and stroke independently. So we are rolling from 50 to 120. First one is 111, oh, that's quite promising. And the second one is going to be 82, not that bad. We might output some power after all. Now we've got some fairly simple choices to do here. Oh no, why is it push rod? And two last things to do is to pick the head material and quality of our engine. This is going to be disaster. Minus 15, 15 plus. 1 again. Really? We are not touching the variant capacity here. There is no point really. We can only ruin the engine more. It is quite terrible on how it is now. But let's roll the crank. Number 2 it is. So that is cast iron heavy. Now conrods 6, that is forged heavy. Right now I can tell you this engine is not going to work. Pistons 5. Okay, that's quite a bit lighter at least. And now balancing mass 1. So we are going with no balancing. Let's roll the actual amount of balancing mass, 74, okay, and the quality. The quality can save us here or destroy completely, please. 7, okay, that's fine, we can go with it. To make the compression roll a little bit closer to what we are going to roll with it, we are going to add 1 0 at the end of each number, and 6.3 compression is... no comment. Cam profile and springs and lifters are going to be fairly simple, both go from 0 to 100. 93, okay. Okay, 63. As you can see, we can't go with VVT or VVL, probably because it is... well, this engine is what it is, and now we've got to roll with RPM, 7300. We can't go any more close to that, or 400. It is 51, let's go like that. Now to finish it off, quality slider plus 2, it's fine. And we arrived at another fun part. Will we roll 1 or 2? 1. Okay, this car still has some possibility to work just fine, or work at all. I know it would be very much fun for you to watch how random number generator tunes the turbo, but I'm glad it rolled 1 right now. Let's roll another part. It is number 2, so injection is going to be the more modern one. And 1, 2, 3. Number 1, mechanical, sorry, and again per cylinder. We should speed things up a little bit, so I am going to roll through this quite speedy. Yes, it goes from 0 to 100, and we've got 7, so yeah, the engine is quite restricted. And let's go with fuel map, where we are at it, nothing to change here. And now I should roll somehow the fuel that is going to be used in this engine. Okay, so we've got 6 basic fuel types, so let's go 1 to 6, 4, and 2, 3, 4, compressed gas it is, and we've got 2 options here, so quite simple, we are going with LPG. Ignition timing is going to be rolled to -45, okay, quite advanced it is, and last thing to do is to roll quality again, and we've got max quality here, oh, that's nice. I must tell you that this is quite a bit of fun to build a car like this. I was quite burnt out from, like I said on the start of this video, I was quite burnt out from building the realistic cars here, so that is quite nice change here. Would be much better probably to, well, do a car building stream and leave it up to, well, stream chat. That is quite random. So max size of our exhaust pipe is 203, and well, it will be quite hard to roll and get anything close enough to what we rolled. We rolled 35, as you can see, so 31.8 it should be left at. Now the question is, do we roll with catalytic converter or not? It seems like we do. Muffler? Yes it is, or no it isn't. Okay, now I am rolling only once, I think, so yeah, let's go with no muffler, only catalytic converter. And as you can see, the car is dead. But before I try to salvage it, let's roll the quality for consistency's sake, plus 13. So, to salvage the situation here, we've got to give it some balancing mass and very likely lower the RPM limit. Or change parts like piston, conrod and crank, so it stays better. So we kinda have to drift away from completely randomizing this car. Okay, that salvaged it partially. Now we've got issues with valve float. Well, who would expect that so wide bore will cause our engine to, well, have issues with valve float? Well, the fastest way to salvage this Horrendous build is to change the cam profile, as you can see. The engine doesn't blow up, that is good, but that kinda ruins the whole idea of this build. So I've got an idea how to do it. We should find a range on which the car doesn't suffer from a valve float and roll in between that. So we've got to roll from basically 63 to 100 on lifters and later on change cam profile accordingly. So yeah, let's do just that, and we've got 65. That is not good at all. And now let's find a range on which our car wants to work. I guess minus 82 valve float is fine. No, it isn't. It doesn't want to work like this. Okay, this is fine. So from 0 to 47 it was? Yes, it was. And the roll is 19. Well, we won't be doing much power with that. But look at the bright side. Somehow, for some reason, the car works. Wonder if it will work in BeamNG.Drive too. Because later on we've got to try it there. Yeah, it is heavily restricted. Quite sure the red line is not at 500 RPM. So now we are going to be designing. First of all, body quality plus 1. The paint, let's simple it out quite a bit. So we've got 21 basic colors in BeamNG, in automation. Let's roll between that. 18, so this is 21, 20, 19, 18. Okay, the car is going to be pink, and now let's roll the shade. 1 out of 7, that is 6. Quite dark it is, and now let's roll shine and flake. 3 and 3, I think, or 1. Okay, 3 and 1, let's go like that. Now let's do the same for rims. 16. So again we are going with pink and medium shine and high flake. Okay, that's quite pink. Now here comes the pain. Basically I've got to count every fixture I've got for headlights and roll which one I am going to use. Maybe I won't count these headlight housings, only will limit myself to the ones that actually function as lights. So I've got 68 headlight fixtures and I have rolled the 68. That is quite easy to pick. Now 1 out of 3 and we've got the second one. Yeah, there is no way I am going to roll these settings here too. So let's try making the best out of what we've got here. I am not going to be changing these colors, setting it up in any different way than it is, just going to, well, try fitting these little puppies into the whole theme. What am I saying? There is no basic theme, we are going with random parts. For rear I've got 70 pieces, we've got 48, and 48 is the piece right here. Now, how much? 7, okay, 1 out of 7 we need to roll. Quite simple, 3. Again, this is not going to look good. 28 indicators, 11, and 11 is this one right here, and we don't need to roll again. Sorry, but no, I am not going to roll whole interior for this one, we are going straight for the grille, and in the grille section we've got 30, 50, 60, 72 pieces. 45 is what we rolled, and it's this one here, and it has how many pieces in itself? 19 exactly, so the 12th one is going to be ours, that is this one here. Don't know if I made it better or worse with this change of colors, but let's say it looks a bit better than wholly painted in chrome. Okay, now we've got 20, 30, 40 pieces here. And the random number generation says 10. So that is here. And we are going with 6 rolls. 2. That is piece I have never seen on any of my builds. Okay, now we are off to the scoops, and as you can see I've got quite a bit of blower mods, so the looks of the car can be quite strange to say the least. And we've got how many pieces? 20, 30, 40, 44. So rolling from 44, we've got 6. Quite simple pick. This is no comment. But we still have got to roll. Which one is the worst one? Okay, this is a piece of bigger contraption that I should build with it, so gonna modify it a bit. Okay, I only moved that so it is not well, hanging over. This one we can skip. Do we want lip or spoiler? On the front, not. I am going to go with wing on the rear. 35 pieces, 29 is ours. And again, a 1 out of 4, and we rolled number 1. Not that bad. What we've got next up is a 3D fixtures, and for fun's sake, let's roll a 1 piece here. I might regret it, but let's go. 29, and we rolled 14. And 14 is some strange truck gouge. Let's use it as our branding on the rear, I guess? Yeah, sure, if it's our branding, let's use it on the front too. Cursed vehicle. Fuel cap, number 6, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, it's quite simple. I am happy with that. Door handles, quite a bit of them. 56 to be exact, and we rolled a 34. And the second one from here. Quite cursed. Quite a bit more cursed with each piece I am adding to this poor vehicle. Mirrors, 43, and that is this piece here. Okay, we are going truck mode here. 1 out of 2 is 1. Oh no, oh no. I really didn't expect it to be this huge. What am I going to do with that? Yeah, sure, let's go like that, why not? So the molding will be for, well, defining the rear a bit. And we've got 20, 30, 40, 43 pieces here. 26 is what we rolled, so that is the piece right there. That is not much defining at all. But first, 1 out of 4, number 4. So we are basically making a seam here. It's this way, it will be much more simple. I guess that is somewhat working. Aerial, that will be quite easy. Number 5 it is, so that's here. But we won't place it on the rooftop, I think. Where do we want it? Yeah, sure, whatever, let's give this car a little tail. That's definitely what it needs. So the number plate will be number 2, and 1 out of 5, number 1. Oh, well, this doesn't change much. I will place it on the front and on the rear. So now off to the bumper piece for the rear. 1 out of 48, number 3. This is this one, and 1 out of 2. That is this one. Oh, I didn't expect that. At the very least, let's not make it chrome so it doesn't stick out this much. Let's make it plastic. The most cursed vehicle I have ever built. Right there. And 2 last pieces we are going to pick are the wheels and the exhaust tip, and this one looks quite enticing. So maybe some miscellaneous fixtures should be placed here too. Okay, the rims are going to be number 18, these are these ones, and here we've got 1922, 22 of them, and number 11 is our pick. So, well, if the car wasn't what it is, they would look nice on this body. You know, completely randomizing the build takes quite a bit of time. I don't know how long I am building it already, but the video will definitely be like a 30 minutes long or even longer. So yeah, prepare yourselves. What am I even saying? You will be nearing the end of this video when you will be watching it, but right now, really, it took me quite a bit of time to, well, get to the place we are at right now, and some of the harder parts are incoming. The drivetrain wheels, we've got to randomize it all, after all. What will God of Randomness bring us here in terms of this last fun fixtures? I guess we are making this car a plane. So yeah, number 5. That is this one here. How does it look even? Yeah, sure, let's make it even more ridiculous. Who wouldn't want a car like that? Oh, what have I done? Some good news in there, we've got quite a bit of drive types to pick, and I've rolled 5. As you can see, I just generated it, just rolled a 5 again, so yeah. All-wheel drive on demand it is, and again we are rolling 5s, but this time let's do it properly, yeah, sequential, and 1 out of 2, 3 gears sequential gearbox. Yeah. So for the gearing setup, let's set some ground rules. We can't go under 150 kilometers per hour, sorry, and tops is to 722. So let's do just that, 722, and we've got 179. We've got some possibility to drive forward even in this one. Okay, I can set it for some reason. Yeah, there is no way to set it to 179, so let's go with 180, and first gear. How can we, from 21 to 113, and we rolled with short gearing, 29 it is, spread 0 to 50, 100, sorry, and we are going with 12. Speed limiter, no, we are not setting it up here. Now the differentials. 5 can't do the power split for some reason, doesn't matter. Quality is 1, no negative quality in this build yet. 1 to 4 radial, and here we've got 7, so 1 to 7, 7, and now tire width. So we go from 105 to 275, 240 will be our peak for the front, and 315 we've got for the rear. Why? I am dying a little inside with each of these random rolls that we make here. Yeah, 670 max size on the tires, cause, well, it basically increases our width of tires, so yeah, we've got to roll with 595 now. Yeah, let's make it even more fun, let's change the diameter of rear tires independently. 602, okay, not that bad, and the rim size. So the rim sizes aren't that fun, cause there are some restrictions. Basically, on the front we've got max 17 rim size, and on the rear our minimal size is 13, so we've got to roll from 13 to 20. Oh, it's worse and worse with each roll I do. I died inside again a little bit here. Okay, let's move on. Number 3, and quality is 14. So I kinda dropped a little bit of footage here, but front brakes are vented, 3 piston, that's what I have rolled. You can see the number I rolled just a second ago, and now for the size. Okay, I double click that, don't mind, 200s. We've got to roll the force too. 1 to 1, right? Yeah. Rear brakes. And a 4. And the size can be enormous. 388, 380 we can... 390 it should be. Now rear force. Part type 61 and the quality is 14. What do we have here? We've got some under tray going, full clot. Let's roll that. 2 quick rolls, number 2 and number 1. So nothing here. And today 0 to 100. Yeah, 28. And another roll. 85. I am scared to look at the graph. 67. 59. And the quality is what is left. Let's see. First minus? No. But there is a way to roll a minus, no. Like you can see, it works, so don't complain about it. It just so happens that I had a little bit of luck with it, if you can call that. Convertible type, 1 to 4. We are going to with this number of seats. Oh, let's roll that. It's 1 or 2, and here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 options, 5. So, okay, that's number 2. So this one and this is 1 to 5. Well, bench on the front. Why not, game? Why not? Now 1 to 7 and it's 6, so it's handmade. 1 to 6 again, so that's 1, 2, 3 phonograph, so we are not rolling anything here. Beside the quality that is, and we rolled 12, so yeah. That is quite a bit of numbers you have to look at when I'm doing it. But that's the whole premise of this build, right? So let's keep to it till the end, and that's the first minus 13. Safety, oh yeah, let's change that. Again, 1 to 6, at least these are not very big numbers, and 1, 2, 3, so this one, and minus again. No minus again, okay. At least the weight is fairly simple, and weight distribution should be fairly simple too. 13, so we are going into the rear, right? Right. Not much left, we are closing to the end. The question is now, should I roll camber, toe, springs, dampers, and so on and so forth? I think yes. We can't go any worse than what we have now. So the camber goes from -3 to 50, so we can roll it with that, so basically magnify it by 100, and we've got -17. Similar for the rear. Toe goes from -150 to 150. So first one is 102 and second one is -146. Once again magnifying, so we've got nice numbers. 174, that makes it 17.4, and rear 116. Dampers are the same, so 126 and 36. And sway bars go from 0 to 10,000, 8.3 and 500. We are nearing the finish line. Let's hope this poor little thing will survive. Oh, I just remembered that I forgot to change the rim offset. So 0 to 40 and 0 to 180. 33 and 115. Like so. Now the last thing is right height. We've got to round that up, but let's see what we roll. Not that terrible, could be better. Oh no, that's quite good, sorry, we are almost the lowest we can be. So, last thing to do here is the quality, and we are finished with torturing our little being here. Let's see what we've got. This car here is why you don't do gambling. Sorry, I think I lost part of my soul while building this horrible thing. I don't know how I could do that to myself, to this creation, to this game. It's horrendous. Yeah, anyway, we've got powerful 88 horsepower putting out from this engine, all-wheel drive. Red line is bugged, I think. There is high possibility this car will not work in BeamNG.Drive at all. Anyway, I am going to try to export it, so see you there in a second. So when starting this build, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to build something completely random, that I can't choose many things, I have to rely on somebody or something telling me what to pick? And I thought, yeah, it is a good idea. But now, looking at what have this car become and how it doesn't work, well, I don't think it was a good idea after all. So yeah, as you can see, it instantly breaks quite phenomenally sometimes, cause the rims, rear rims, explode for some reason or along with the tires. I don't think there's anything I can do to make it work. I would need to rebuild the engine overall. Oh, this time one tire survived. So yeah, I guess ending of this video will be a little bit anticlimactic, cause we won't get to see how our ultimate random build works. Basically, cause it doesn't work, but we can take it for a roll in a different way. Okay. let's try doing that again without exploding the game. Finally, I managed to connect them, so let's take it for a spin. Quite literally. Okay, that's quite loud and we are not going anywhere fast enough. Well, I guess today's build is good for nothing, really. So let's finish this video here. Hope you liked it. If so, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Hopefully a better one than this cursed thing.